To cover a fairly rough topic, I would like to start with an anecdotal story of mine. Using Kratom in my experience isn't as much like drinking alcohol or smoking marijuana, which I still do. Definitely not even close to heroin. When people use these scare tactics, saying that drug abuse of Kratom can lead to an addiction, it's true. It can be very true, especially for people getting off of heroin or opiates trying to use Kratom as an outlet to have them live normal lives. I think that that's probably one of the easiest ways to get an addictive sense about it. I began my use for social anxiety and depression, and so far I have not felt any sort of addictive properties. My normal routine would be maybe 4 days in a row I could use it, which isn't good. You should never do it days in a row. But in my experience, I could do 4 days in a row and take 3 days off and be perfectly fine. And I think that that is a good sign that it really relies on the person and the situation of how you're using. Also, as you go up in doses, it gives you more of an opioid-like effect. That to me seems it could cause more addictive properties. But for me, going somewhere around 4 to 5 grams whenever I dose, nothing bad has ever happened to me. An occasional stomach ache, but otherwise, I think that scheduling this drug as a Schedule 1 narcotic is pretty ridiculous. Even having weed on there is pretty fucking ridiculous.
Schedule 1 means the drug has no medical benefits, plus low access for approved scientific research, meaning removing the ability to prove or disprove medical benefits.
For this, it isn't scientifically proven exactly right now that it has medical benefits, but anecdotally, which, you can't necessarily rely on that as much as you can't necessarily rely on statistics, and we'll get to that later. Anecdotally, I don't think that it can be a problem. Death by Kratom is a very real and scary thing. While this is true, the stats and facts behind it are very disingenuous in the variables that they consider. For example, in Georgia, of the 15 deaths related to Kratom, only 4 were purely by Kratom, and this is due to the autopsy that was done. They could only find Kratom as a substance in 4 of the 15 deaths, and they don't tell you that in the statistics.
When you look from me into the sky, search so long to get